let's review this then. Now, I've not done one. I thought I had, but it turns out I've just scrapped that many TVM570s that I've never actually done one. Truth be told, this wasn't a TVM570 to start off with. It started off as a first edition, but due to a timer issue on the timer, and obviously I've replaced the front panel, most of this is actually, the front half is a TVM570. But if you've got a Hotpoint first edition TVM570 or a Hotpoint Aquarius TVM570, they're basically the same machine with a bit of badge engineering. Literally it. One says 6 kilo, one says 7 kilo. That's it. No difference in drum size, heater, dimensions or anything. The only thing that the 7 kilo comes with is a B class energy rating. The first edition comes with a C. But that's just a load of, I hate to say it, a load of bull, because the thing is, it seems that the bigger the low capacity, the energy rating then kind of goes up slightly. But then it will, because you don't have to run a 10-minute cooldown. You can run a 10-minute cooldown regardless of whether it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kilo, whatever. But timer-wise, heating, it's all relative. In fact, if anything, it usually becomes a little bit longer with a 10 kilo over a 5 kilo equivalent, simply because the fluff filter starts reducing, and therefore the airflow starts reducing too. So anyway, this is the very popular Hotpoint Aquarius TVM570. The equivalent indesit model, the IS70V, which I've also reviewed, is what it's based on. It's literally a indesit machine, but they are genuinely made here in Britain. So what is this machine? Well, nothing really. You just get a timer up to 120 minutes, but it's actually 180 minutes, a low and high heat, and a start button, and that's it. No thrills. Oh, and it's vented, of course, meaning that this one you vent into the outside world, or in this case, into the air, because I've got no vent on it at the back, so it just goes into the air right now. So, give it one of its toughest jobs to do, which is to dry bedding. Now, the standard timer on this means that it rotates 2.5 minutes in each direction, which should be good for bedding. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't ball up. Pull door, of course, handle there, put your fingers behind and just pull towards you, and it'll open up. That door design, this is a much later machine. I think this one comes from around 2018, 2019. This was 2019 actually, but this door was still kept in use for about 12 years. In fact, this whole design was about a 12-year-old design now. Right, so your timings are up here. 1 to 2 kilo, 3 to 4 kilo, 5 to 6 kilo, and 7 kilo. Time in minutes. So it's all based on 1,000 RPM spin from a Hotpoint washing machine. And the 20 minutes is for 1 kilo at iron dry, so it's still damp, ready to iron. And 45 minutes will be 2 kilo at cupboard dry, ready to put away. This, what we're drying today, is a 3 to 4 kilo load of bedding that's been pre-spun at 1600 RPM. So it should take around 50 minutes, to my calculations, 45 to 50 minutes. So here's our timer. Like I said, the timer actually starts there at this arrow. Press start. While the door is still closed, the timer is actually still engaged. So if you time the timer again now, it will continue going again. When you open the door, it resets the start. That buzz is what makes it start and engages the door lock. However, what you're hearing there is as I'm pushing it, it's just disengaging all that electricity. It doesn't go anywhere. So this is the button here for high and low heat. With the button in, it is high. With the button out and sticking out, it is low heat. So set the timer to 50 minutes. And we hit start. amazingly, it didn't ball too much, like it was trying to attempt to ball, but it's been absolutely fine. And they are actually absolutely ready and dry. Here's our fluff filter. We need to empty this after the majority of cycles. Possibly could have got away with another drying load before emptying this. It's up to you. This, of course, is made for drying 7, 8, and even 9 kilo loads on the same filter. So, you know, it's possible. Now, let's give this out of 10 then. Well, I actually like these dryers for one particular reason, and that is the actual timer. It's a proper mechanical old-fashioned timer, so it's much easier to use and much easier to understand than the timers that you get on, say, a Beko or a Zanussi. You can't really get them today from Beko or Zanussi, but you can still get a proper timer Hotpoint like this. And even when this was being sold, you couldn't really get a proper timer Zanussi or Beko. But if you did, they came with a control module board. And inevitably, it's actually these that kind of break. Whereas this is so simple, it's unbelievably reliable. To a degree. Because, of course, there are parts, mechanical parts, like the rear teardrop bearing, that do wear out, and if they're not replaced quickly enough, can end up costing you quite a lot. In fact, costing you the whole dryer, which is what tends to happen. Because the rear bearing shaft is attached to the drum, if the teardrop bearing wears out and then it starts going through off the back of the machine, then it starts becoming a new drum job. However, if it's just teardrop bearing, they are £5 and about a half an hour job, if that, to change. Also, the front bearing pads that are down here, they also wear out. Just one thing to note. So what gives this out of 10 then? Well, it's going to get a solid, well, whatever get the end sits, it's just going to get the same. I can't remember if it was 8.5 or 9. There are, you know, reliability issues, such as the rear teardrop bearing. As long as that's kept on top of, periodically kind of changed every couple of years, these are pretty solid machines, actually. And also, if they're lightly used, you can easily get 15 years out of these. If they're used heavily, it will still get about 5 to 6 years use, which isn't bad. And usually, it's a teardrop bearing at the back. The only other problems that you tend to get is the stat occasionally will go on the heater if the cooldown isn't run after each drying cycle, or if the filter isn't emptied after every cycle. So there we go. I actually do like these machines. They're rather simple. They're rather cheap to repair as well. They're easy to repair. They're still quite stylish to a degree, I think, even nowadays. Getting on a little bit with, obviously, age, styling, but the styling is quite classic, I think. A bit like the Bosch Classics. A bit like the Insit as well, actually. The Insit styling is still going for 15 years. So there we go. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in another review. Don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more reviews like this, don't forget to comment down below as well. It all helps. And I like to hear what you like about the machine, whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me. You know, this is a discussion, so don't forget to leave a comment below. I like a discussion, remember, so I follow quite a lot of rules, so be polite, no swearing, and keep on topic as well. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.